Greg. Grayson, so you start with the offensive progression Saturday, and over the last couple of weeks. I mean, it took a while to get started, but did it feel more comfortable as you got going along?
Yeah, we definitely felt more comfortable. I saw a lot of improvement, just as an offensive unit, driving down the field, more and more. I think getting more comfortable playing together and just kind of playing as a team and having fun. Like Coach Rod's message last week is just, we're playing a game still. Just go have fun, play together, and,
Impressed you about what Scotty did last week?
I mean, he, being a true freshman, college, the game's a little bit faster. So it looked like he was more calm, more confident in the pocket, and, just kind of trying to control the game around him rather than him trying to speed up and, go faster rather than just stay in control and being confident within himself.
Did you sense his confidence growing as the game wore on?
Yeah, and I pulled him off to the side, a couple times. Being, this is my 5th season playing, I'm able to tell him, hey, man, just be confident and just have fun. Let's just go out and play, so.
How is your experience different? And I guess more, how are the opponents different at this level compared to when you were at Northern Illinois?
Yeah, I mean, every level has been different. Even JUCO, it's JUCO was a lot faster in high school. I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought it was going to be kind of the same, but JUCO that's their whole another level out there. And then NIU, I mean, it's just like the people, the players, all the guys. I mean, everyone just kind of gets bigger, faster, stronger. So you got to just really hone in on your technique and what you're coached to do every day throughout the week, and really apply that to the game.
What's the progression been like of Scotty week to week? Like how confident are you in him now versus even before, just because of the inexperience?
I mean, I'm always confident in the quarterback, whoever's back there. We build that chemistry and that the teamwork throughout the week. So it's like, we're talking during practice or even in the locker room, and just kind of, hey, we're going to go out and this is a game plan. We're going to do these things. So I'm always going to show that I have all the confidence in the world in whoever's back there.
And what have you seen from Houston's defense, watching them, that makes them such a challenge?
They're pretty multiple. They do a lot of different stuff. They like to blitz from the field a lot, so we're going to have to pick up, blitzes and whatnot. But they show a lot of different fronts, between a bare front and even front. So it's just a whole bunch of different things going on. So we're going to have to just, stick to our rules and, whatever we're coached and taught to do throughout the week, just remember everything and stick to our techniques.
Your touchdown catch looked like it was set up off the fake pitch that, has been run a number of times this year.
Yeah.
When you get the call and hey, we're faking that and, this may be coming to me, is it hard not to give that away to do anything different?
Yeah, especially, a couple of games ago when I had the false start on the other touchdown, because I knew that right when I line up, I could see it. I see the defense, see the safeties are coming up, and they think it's run, and I know they're going to bite hard. And so, yeah, it's hard. You got to sit in your stance and kind of wait for the cadence to keep going. But, no, the same thing happened. I mean, I saw a safety, and we're 12 personnel. It's a heavy run formation. They're going to bite. They're going to bite hard. So I kind of knew it was going to be there. Just had to be patient.
How has your blocking developed over the course of the year?
Personally, I think it's developed a lot, especially being from my previous school, NIU. I wasn't really put in a lot of those situations. I was more of the passing tight end and third down scenarios, passing situations, end of the game, stuff like that. But I think my time here, was the best decision ever for my blocking. Coach Nice and Rod and Coach Trickett, I'm always working with them on different things to do. And, special teams periods, I'm with the O-line. and Coach Dressler, and trying to just, fine-tune the technique and master the craft.
How do you stay positive, being an older player, in a season's not going the way you want it to?
Just always moving on and looking at the next game. I love Coach Rod's 24-hour rule. Sundays we come in, watch the film, do a walkthrough correction, and then after that, 24 hours, hey, we're moving on. Let's, start preparing for the next game and the next team. And it's just, kind of keep going. And I think what definitely helps a lot is Coach Rod's message, especially last week. We're just playing a game. And, yeah, we're at probably almost the highest level, especially college football. It's just a game, and we just got to go out and play and have fun.
To that end, and I know it's not necessarily, he's not talking about you in particular, but just as a leader of the team, as a veteran in the sport in general, how would you evaluate how you guys have been doing that all year, on how, and the intensity every week, practice, etc.? Have you been able to put games out of your mind? Because he has mentioned that the effort's waned.
Yeah. With that 24-hour rule, it's kind of easy to forget about it and move on, especially, how much film we watch for the next guys and the next opponent, and, just keep talking about them and the next team and the next team. And during practice, we build a good game plan, and, we always have those positive talks with, Coach Rod brings up the team at the end. He always has a really good message every week, and that's kind of, especially today, Tuesday practice, get the week started. He always has a really good message after practice.
Grayson, you mentioned twice going out. It's just a game and playing for fun. Mm-hmm. But you're getting paid now. Is it harder to do that now that all the guys have been paid?
Not to me. I've been playing tackle football since I was 6 years old, and almost every time around on the field, I almost get tears in my eyes. That money can't do that to you. It's the game. It's the sport. It's what I fell in love with.
Use money for fun after the game.
Right, exactly.
You mentioned improving your blocking as one of your targets here. At your size, what is the most important thing for you to do to improve and have success in blocking?
Like I mentioned earlier, mastering the techniques, keeping my hands inside, keeping my feet going. It's hard to stop, somebody that is, keeping their feet going at you and keep driving. But definitely the size, obviously, I got to get a little bit bigger, and I'm still working on that. But throughout the season, it's hard to put on weight during the season. But, it's just all in the technique. Technique is everything.
Ryan probably didn't have his best game against UCF, but he turns around and he has a pretty good game against TCU. Just what did you see turning around like that type of bounce back, and what has it been like for him this season getting used to this?
You said Ryan?
Ryan.
Yeah. He's another, a good tight end, especially a young guy too. Being a sophomore, I believe, still has a couple of years left. He's definitely going to be probably one of the best tight ends in college football in a couple of years here with his technique and how big he is and how strong he is. But just being able to kind of flush it that last week as a younger player and, trying to move on, I think the leadership in our tight end room between me, JB, and Greg and Ryan himself has kind of stepped up in that role too. But we all are pretty close, and we talk a lot, and we play together, and, it doesn't matter whoever's out there, we're always cheering each other on and rooting for each other to get more tight ends on the field.
You hear a lot about how difficult it is for young players to play offensive line or quarterback on offense, but tight end has to do so many things, and that requires experience and like a physical maturity, and you've been there. How hard is it, or not hard is it, how much time or adjustment does it take for a young tight end to get confident, comfortable, successful?
Yeah. It helps that, you play the sport in high school, so in the position in high school, so he knows, there's, you're going to be put here or here or here, then the motion, and then you got to do this, and then, in the passing game, you got to do this. So it's like, you got to be able to adapt and be the Swiss Army knife and know everything. So it's like bringing Ryan in. He's always in the film room. He's always in the playbook. We're always doing that stuff together, or him on his own, or even meeting with coach. It's just the amount of time you want to put in outside of meetings, outside of practice, basically on your own time, is going to set yourself up for success.
Thank you, Grayson.
Thank you.